What is going on, everyone? It's Nero again. Today for you, an episode of Dear Nero. Now, we're playing some Modern Warfare 3. We're playing a little Kill Confirmed. We'll be joining in slightly late here. And I can't decide what class to use. We're only down 1 to 2 at this point. So we didn't join too late. It's myself and Cypher. We joined in late. And this is a pretty pitiful game. It really is. But not by my part. I played the hell out of the objective. I got tons of kills, led the lobby, all that good stuff. It was a pretty horrible game in terms of no one else in the lobby plays the objective besides Cypher. You know, no one in this lobby is confirming tags. And all too often when I play Modern Warfare 3 Kill Confirmed, I find that the score limit never really gets reached on the bigger maps such as Village, maps such as Outpost, maps like this. You rarely actually see the final score. It's just people just they can't back, they don't confirm tags. It's a long drawn out game, and what could be a usually a 5 to 6 minute match is a drawn out 10-minute match, and that's what this is. But perfect backdrop for Dear Nero, right? Nice long backdrop for you guys. And we're gonna hop on in. If you guys are unfamiliar, if this is your first episode of Dear Nero, it's basically a series on my channel where basically you guys send me personal messages. They can be questions, advice, requests, anything like that, and I pick out the best ones to the best of my ability. I try to answer them, and hopefully you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy them. So for this first question, let's hop into it. He writes, Dear Nero, I'm 14 and I have a problem. I have an above average penis size, 6.3 inches, mind you. And for some reason, I get boners all the time. The point is I have to go to school, and it's really bad because a lot of the girls in my school are 8 out of 10s in my opinion. So it's like double the bonage. I need you to help me find a way to hide my gift/burden in public. P.S. Love your vids. I really hope my iPad doesn't delete your paycheck. Now, I'm going to cover on that back part. What it means about my iPad deleting my paycheck. How YouTube works is we get paid for monetizable views. People that watch videos on mobile devices aren't counted as monetizable views, and basically my paycheck's being cut in half because half people that watch my stuff are doing it on mobile devices, which is a bad thing. Please use your PC. It really helps out. But let's talk about the question. So yeah, I thought this would be a fun question to answer. I got a few tricks up my sleeve. I was 14 once. I'm 20 now. I'm going to be 21 in November. So basically the problem you're having is there's too many good looking girls in your school, and you're having trouble getting you're just getting too many boners in school. That's a problem that everyone goes through, especially since you're 14. When you're 14, you have I feel awkward speaking to a 14-year-old right now, like hypothetically. Obviously he's not in the room with me, but everyone goes through that. It's perfectly natural. Yeah. It's the same stuff like your counselor, your mom, or your dad might tell you. It's perfectly natural. It's a normal part of the human growth process. All that good stuff. But you want some tips, right? You want to know how to not get boners in school. Now here's the thing. If you don't focus in school, you're gonna get boners. That's what's gonna happen. That's that's how it happened for me. More than once. This is how you pull it off. See, you always carry a book with you, and it's pretty simple. You just place the book in front of you. Now, I'm hoping to goodness you're not talking like full-on erection style right now, because that's pretty bad. If anyone gets like a full-on 6 inches sitting there in math class looking at the girl in front of them, then that's probably a problem. You should probably talk to your doctor or something like that, because that's not natural. A little half stiffy here or there, yeah, sure, fine. That's easily covered up by a book. You may have to bend it down, but that's okay. Number 2, wear jeans. Jeans, it just slides right down the side of your jean. That's how it works. If you're wearing shorts, use a book. You're wearing jeans, don't really worry about it because they're jeans, and it's very hard to notice. Other than that, man, you just try and focus on other things. That's basically the biggest thing. I understand there's probably some good-looking girls at your school, but hey, what school doesn't have good-looking girls? You just gotta focus on other things, especially come the end of the period. Like like in 10 minutes, class is gonna end. You're gonna have to get up and walk through the hallway. Start thinking about something else. Definitely helps out. So that was kind of an awkward question, but I thought it was a fun one to answer for you guys. Something a little bit out of the normal. So let's hop on into this. Next question. He writes, Dear Nero, I have a friend that wants to be exactly like me and tries to do the exact same things that I do. It's gotten to the point where it has really started to creep me out. If you have any advice, Nero, that would be great. Trevor from Illinois. This isn't a bad thing. This is something that I've gotten more than one of these. I've never really decided to answer it, but I figured since now I've gotten more than one of them, I've gotten I'm gonna say 4 or 5 of these total. Like my friends are copying me, or I feel like I'm copying my friends and whatnot. I'm starting to notice that maybe it's a real problem now that school started up. Now, first thing, imitation is like the biggest form of flattery. That's the biggest thing you have to remember. When my parents got divorced and I moved to a completely new town, you think it was weird. I didn't know how to define myself. I didn't know how I was gonna fit in. How I fit in is I just emulated what everyone else would do. My cousin Nick, I emulated a lot of what he did at that time, and just to kind of like give an idea of who I was, because obviously you're not gonna emulate someone that you're a complete polar opposite of. I'm not going to go emulate like Marilyn Manson or something like that because I'm nothing like him. But my cousin Nick and some of the other people I hung out with, I was similar to them. You just kind of emulate what they do. Like, you see what they do in certain social situations, and you maybe apply that to your own social behavior, and that could help you out. So it's actually not a big deal that he's copying you. If he's, that just means that he wants to be your friend. He's, you are some form of a role model in his life, and I think you should embrace that. And maybe throw little subtle hints like, dude, quit copying me, like in a joking manner, so you don't kind of attack him of sorts, but you just kind of go like that, and maybe he'll take a hint. But it's honestly not that big of a deal that someone's copying you. Just keep that in mind. Hop on, next question. He writes, Dear Nero, what are your thoughts on online dating? I've always seen stupid TV commercials advertising online dating, and I find it stupid that people would like to date someone that they've never really met before. And I'm always wondering why people want to just go out, get off their lazy ass, and find someone in the real world. The thought of online dating is just stupid to me. From Mark. Online dating. I actually have some experience in this. Not first-hand experience. You don't see me on eHarmony or nothing like that. My aunt on my dad's side of the family, my dad's sister, she met her ex-husband through an online dating site. It was like an online Christian site. It wasn't Christian Mingle. I think it was before Christian Mingle, but it was a Christian dating site. And they met. They decided to meet up in person. They decided to like each other. They started dating for a while, and then after a few months, they decided to get married. But they're divorced now. They were just too opposite. But what I think about online dating, I guess it's actually not that big of a deal, because if you think about it, it's actually very helpful. I'm not saying I'm using online dating, because I don't. I'm not gonna talk like act like I am or act like I'm not. It's just I don't see a need to online date, but I can understand why it could be useful for certain people. Now you see someone like me. I'm indoors a lot. I don't get out a lot. I don't party. I'm turning 21 in just over a month, and I don't drink. Where does a 20-year-old guy in a town of 5,000 people go to meet people? At a party. At a bar when he turns 21. That's kind of how it works. I don't associate myself with parties or drinking or bars or anything like that, so it's kind of difficult for me to go and meet new people. I haven't met a new person in, I'm gonna say, a year. All the people I know, I've known forever. I don't really meet new people, and I can understand situations like mine or situations similar to mine, or obviously there's a bunch of different scenarios out there throughout the world where a dating site could come in handy. And if someone feels that desperate that they feel as though they need somebody in their lives, then maybe an online dating site could help them. But in a town as small as mine, online dating site would be pointless, because I wouldn't meet anyone from my town, and I don't really feel a need to I just don't feel a need to be in a relationship. I don't know, too much work. So let's hop on this next question. He writes, hopefully I answered your question, by the way, bud. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, I'm debating on whether or not to start my own YouTube channel. I have the money to get an HD PVR, and I really enjoy watching YouTube videos. I see how much fun commentators have doing YouTube, and I want to have that fun also. I'm really stuck on this topic. Thanks, and keep up the awesome videos. Matthew from Richmond. Mr. Matthew from Richmond, should you start up a YouTube channel? I think you should, if you are passionate enough about it. The biggest thing I want to let you know before you hop into this, go balls deep with it, is that YouTube is a very, very, very expensive hobby. People think that they can just hop on, get partnered with Yoush, because they partner nearly everybody, and just start racking in the Google dollars. That's really not the case. That's not the case in any way, shape, or form. You're going to be probably on YouTube better part of a year before you are getting enough views to get any form of money, and these paychecks are going to start off me very small even after that 1 year. And throughout that year, you're going to need to spend money on different games. You're going to spend money on microphones, headsets, capture card, obviously that's a big one. Maybe a different monitor. I'm looking around my room right now. I've gotten a new Xbox. I've had to get another PVR, had to get a new computer, had to get a new monitor, had to get a new keyboard, had to get 3 new controllers. I had to get a bunch of different games in that process. And it's a very expensive hobby, but it's okay because my hobby pays for itself, in the sense that I do make enough money on YouTube that this can be used, quote unquote, as my job. And one cool thing about being partnered on YouTube is that any gaming stuff, any gaming related things you buy is tax deductible, which is a great thing. Definitely helps out, because if you're your own YouTube channel, obviously you're technically self-employed if you're, as far as U.S. government's concerned. So it helps out in that sense, but you gotta remember, if you're getting into YouTube for the money, you're not gonna be successful. You will not be successful unless you are completely passionate about it, which you sounds like you are. You sounds like you are very passionate about getting into YouTube and wanting to do the whole YouTube thing. It sounds like fun to you, but you gotta remember, it's gonna be a long. You're at the bottom of the mountain right now. If you start up, it's gonna be a long process. Long process. I've been on YouTube about 3 years, guys, not counting just this channel. I've been a part of many different channels that just flunked or failed. It's a long process. Everyone just has this assumption they can just hop on into it and just do well, but that's not really the case. But I'm running out of time. That's this week's episode of Dear Nero. Final score of 54-12. Hope you guys all enjoyed that. If you guys go ahead and let me know in the comment section below what you guys saw this week's episode of Dear Nero, because, you know, people, I talked about YouTube money a lot throughout this video, right? If I were a money whore, I wouldn't keep doing this series. This is the worst series on my channel in terms of, you know, views, but a lot of people like it, and I really enjoy making it. I spend the most time on this video, yet it's the least productive in terms of views and whatnot. I enjoy doing this. You know, when I do Dear Nero is not monetized at all. You can't monetize live streams from Google Hangouts. I don't make a dime from that. I make barely anything from this. That's what this kind of goes back to that previous question. If you guys want to start YouTube, and this goes out to all of you, if you guys want to start YouTube, remember, it's going to be a very expensive hobby for a very long time. And if he does turn into something better, I guess in a situation like mine, then that's an awesome thing, and you definitely deserve it. But until then, it's going to be a very expensive hobby, but it is rewarding. It's very, very rewarding. The messages I get every day, the comments I read every day, it's very, very rewarding. I love every second of it. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of Dear Nero. And if you did, remember to rate the video. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.
I was banging 7 grand rocks, that's how I roll. I got one gear.